In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about setups and triggers, and I'm going to go through an example that we had today in Amazon via the 30-minute chart. Now, the setup is just basically the key support or resistance decision that you're going to place a bet against. And in this case, it was the combination of a 618 retracement of a prior swing and 100% of a prior decline that gave us support at the 23.53 to 58 area. And what we wanted to see was whether or not the support would hold. And if so, did it trigger an entry? Okay, so this next chart, I'm going to show you an example of a trigger. So if you're going to look at day trades, okay, you don't even have to take this stuff overnight. This was a day trade setup. Basically, we had a 1-minute chart used for a trigger. Now, what we want to see on this 1-minute chart is a shift in pattern and a moving average crossover that would support a buy entry. So notice that, we had a pattern of lower lows and lower highs before we made the low into that support cluster that I just showed you on the 30-minute chart. And once we both took out a prior swing high and also had the 834 EMA crossover to the upside, that was your buy signal. So that's where, you can go in. A lot of my traders just, they'll buy a call or a call spread or something like that. At that point, your definition of risk could have been either underneath this low or underneath the low end of the zone that I showed you on the other chart, which would be underneath 23.53. And what occurred was, it took a while, but it did all happen in one day. We held the zone, we triggered against the zone, and then we almost met two targets on the upside. So 24.13 is actually target number 2. And then there are also larger targets off of a prior larger swing that comes in 24.41.93 and then 24.70.25. But bottom line, this is what you want to do. You just use the setup zones with triggers. If they trigger entries, it's worth taking a trade. Your risk is defined and your targets are defined. So that's something to look at.